What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? It is Phil Nagy. Nagy on Sports joining you here. I do appreciate your patience this weekend. Again, here at Nagy on Sports Central. There was a super fun AT&T outage, so we lost our fiber optic connection and had no internet service to the house at all until about 2 hours ago. So appreciate your patience, but we're back. I am on spring break this week, and so we'll be able to get some sims done. It is week number 11. Both the Browns and the Bengals, both 6-3. And all of a sudden, this Battle of Ohio means a lot with the Ravens continuing to pace the North. All three teams with extremely good records. Someone's going to be on the outside looking in here, so this is a very important game now for some AFC North supremacy. It is our 2025 simulated season. I did the offseason all by myself with some help from you guys, the faithful fans on the channel, of course. That led us to the roster that we have now, and I'll try to talk through that as we get there. Bengals are in town, and again, they are 6-3 as well. So let's go ahead and get this thing popping. Again, do appreciate everybody being on. Thanks so much to all of our subscribers. 1,137 of you are the best. We really appreciate it. Hit that like button. EIEIO. We'll get some Cavs sims this week as well. And yeah, I guess I better get the new baseball game and start doing some Guardians sims as well. I've not gotten the new game just yet as well. Injury on the very first play, the opening kickoff into the locker room is the Chase Brown, the running back. So that's a huge loss. That means rookie Jordan James out of Oregon will take over for them. Hey, Mason, welcome in. Nope, not even sabotage can stop us at this juncture. Blitz coming. They'll feel it quickly. Dump it left side to his rookie tight end, Cal Prescorn, out of Ole Miss. And Prescorn, yep, there are some injuries that the Browns are dealing with, by the way. No Myles Garrett, no Tevin Jenkins, no Jerry Jeudy today. So a little bit understaffed, if you will. Couple of injuries, none of them fortunately long term. Bye week came at a good time. Pressure coming from Isaiah McGuire. And that sets up a 3rd and 7. Burrow now into the shotgun. His rookie running back Jordan James next to him. He'll be here for the remainder of the game, it feels like. Now breaking through, here comes Chase Young. Hit his Burrow as he throws and out of bounds. And incomplete, 4th and 7. If Chase Young and Burrow were on the Buckeyes at the same time, they probably were. Sure, they overlapped maybe a little bit. They both feel like they've been in the league about 4 to 5 years, right? All right. Rico will punt it away. Browns go 3 and out on their first defensive possession. That's a good one. And here comes Will Howard taking over for Justin Fields. He is 1-1 as the starter. Technically came back and led them to beat the Ravens. So maybe that's technically 2-1? I don't know. Maybe. Oh, did you? You were down in the Natty talking to the Bengal fans? All right, here's the pistol. Back to pass now. Quick throw over the middle. Oh, threw it right in and out of the hands of Jordan Battle. And lucky that the safety dropped that interception because he read that skinny post really, really well. Now, lucky to get this one back. Here comes Will Howard again on a 2nd and 10. He's back to pass. He'll dump it short left side to the Chief, but it's just 3. And Dax Hill, the former Michigan Wolverine, safety, nickelback, kind of hybrid player, makes the tackle. 3rd and 7. Okay, at the Hard Rock. Good. Did you have a productive weekend? Blitz coming around the outside. The aforementioned Dax Hill. And both teams will go 3 and out on offense. And now Will Howard injured. So we're going to see back to Justin Fields, at least for a short time in this game. My, oh my. Starting running backs and now starting cornerbacks going out in the opening of this one. 4th and 16 punt comes down to Charlie Jones, and here come the Bengals for drive number 2. So look at the receiving statistics. There you see Jamar Chase. Rashee Rice having another ridiculous sim season. He has had crazy sim seasons with Patrick Mahomes since we have been simming games. Quick little slant left side. Between 2 levels of the defense, it goes for 7 to Jamar Chase. Hi, Karen. Welcome in. Go Browns forever. 2nd and 3 now. Give it to the rookie, Jordan James. He's got a big hole in the inside zone, left side, 45 rather, to the 40, and 17 yards later, the rookie out of Oregon, Jordan James has a first down into Browns territory. So again, an injury to Chase Brown means Jordan James is the running back. And Chase Brown went to the locker room, so that means we're going to get James for the remainder of the game. Back to pass now, Burrow. Fling it over the middle. Split him in two. That's Chase. Guarded one-on-one by Jeremiah Usu-Koromoa. Not the matchup I would have gone for, but Burrow was wise to attack it as they lined up Chase in the slot. And you can see there, JOK's close, but needed some safety help over the top. He split that cover two right in half. Did he? There's Justin Fields. Again, going to be the quarterback, at least on the next drive for the Browns. Oh, that's good. Hopefully 11th still pays out something, even if it's not six figures. Mason, do you have somebody who does your taxes for you because of the weird way that you make income? I was just curious about that. Since it's that time of year. Fired over the middle again. First down. Caught again. That's the rookie Luther Burden. And Burden's got the Bengals up to the 4-yard line as a 3rd and 1. Burrow into the zone quickly as well. Much better second drive than the first one. He's back to pass. He's got good protection. He'll sling it right side to his running back into the end zone, breaking the tackle of Denzel Ward and Jordan James. The rookie out of Oregon into the end zone on the swing pass. And just couldn't make a good tackle on that one was Denzel Ward. Bengals strike first here. You do, okay. I assumed as much. I have a friend who's pretty into the sports betting and was like into NFTs early on and like made pretty decent money selling NFTs, buying them and selling them. So he kind of was like, I just had to find somebody to do them for me who understood all of that stuff. First and 10 now. Browns, they need a response. It looks like maybe Will Howard's going to be okay. Yep, he is. So he got knocked out of the last drive, but apparently that long drive was enough for him to be nursed back to health. Now Nick Chubb to the left and nowhere to go. Jermaine Pratt filled the hole quickly. And the Browns lose a yard, and Will Howard a little upset potentially by that play call, or at least by that blocking. Remember, no Tevin Jenkins, the starting left guard for us. We have got a backup in there. Left side run. Nice one for this time for the Chubb. He had a great hole and took advantage of it. It's Elijah Wilkinson, by the way, our backup left guard. In there right now. 3rd and 1 for the Browns. Pistol look again. Back to pass. Blitz coming. They feel it. Dump it left side to Tyler Warren. Did he get the spot? I think he did. Just barely. Tyler Warren, remember, fell to us at the 33rd pick of the draft, which by all accounts would not happen in real life. He's definitely going in the teens, I think. But, hey, that was how the mock draft fell. Quick little RPO to the right side. Can they get a block? Tillman breaks one tackle and falls forward. Give him 7. Fun little RPO, a little bubble screen to the right side. And Tillman with some nice blocking from Evan Stewart gets a first down. Or gets 7, rather. Blitz coming again from Pratt. They feel it. Drag across the middle of the Chief to the 50. First down, Browns, and he'll be shoved out of bounds at the 47-yard line. David Njoku. Nice play there. Good play call. Now they go heavy with the 3 tight end set. Remember, Harrison Bryant, 87, got brought back to the Browns for such a time as this. Give it to Chubb. He'll try the right. Just nowhere to go. That's Baron Browning, the old Ohio State Buckeye and Denver Bronco linebacker. Locking down the edge, Baron Browning. For the Bengals, coming over in free agency to try to shore up their defense. They don't have a lot of money to spend on the defense. That's for sure. Of course, in this version of the sin, they did not re-sign T. Higgins. Pressure coming, and that man's still on the roster as well. Hendrickson sacking him again. Second time the Bengals have been in the backfield, and that sets up a 3rd and very long as Hendrickson beat DeJuan Jones that time. 3rd and very long. Howard's got some good time, but he'll throw short to Evan Stewart, and Stewart's going to have to do a yeoman's effort, and he does not. So 4th and 9, and we're kind of in no man's land here. Maybe we should go for it. This is a no man's land play. A little situational coach mode. That play looks fun. Or gets sacked up the middle. That was blocked terribly. And right up the middle, Logan Wilson came on the blitz, and before he could even think about throwing the ball, it was shoulder shoved in the face. Look at this, just blitzed right up the middle. Nobody felt it. And poor Will Howard gonna feel that one. So maybe not the way we had drawn it up. Still feel like it was the right choice to go for it there situationally. Didn't work out for us. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. But let's see now if we can stop Joey B. He's still in the zone. Here comes up the middle the rookie again, Jordan James, and he'll be hit for a first down. 3 carries, 25 yards already for the rookie. Again, no Myles Garrett today for the Browns on defense. Couple of broken ribs. He's out for 3 more weeks. Excuse me, Burrow, right side throw. Choking on my water. 2nd and 8. That time. 2-yard gain. JOK on the tackle. Burrow back to pass. 4-man rush for the Browns. They feel it over the middle. First down. Ooh, not a first down as JOK baptizes him to the ground. Well, that's last year's rookie Jermaine Burton out of Alabama. Looking for potentially a bigger role. They've got Burton and Burden to go along with Chase in this version of our roster. Left side throw. Wide open. They schemed it perfectly. 10-5. Touchdown. Jermaine Burton. A little pick route, and he flared to the outside. Nobody was there, and that is an easy touchdown for Joe Burrow and the Bengals, and this one is starting off not well. Look at that pick route, and that left JOK in space. Again, another slot receiver lined up against JOK, and not that he can't cover those guys, but that is certainly not what I would have drawn up. And now the Browns in a little bit of trouble here. This is kind of what happened in the first one, maybe week 3 when the Browns played the Bengals and just got run right out the yard at Paycor Stadium. This one kind of starting out similarly. Let's see if the Browns can get something going on offense. Hey, Dwayne, welcome in. Go Browns. 27-yard line is where we'll start. Will Howard back out onto the football field. Look at that, 114-13 is the total yardage. Browns need to get something going. 3 sacks doesn't help that number either. Back to pass. Howard has time, and he'll deliver a strike right to the Chief for a nice gain of 15 and a first down. That one was beautifully in rhythm. He was there. He stepped into the throw. Chiefs wide open. Little run after catch. That's efficient football for the Browns with 90 seconds to go in the first quarter. Phil Nagy on Sports joining you here today. Hope everybody's having a good Monday. Here's Elijah Mitchell. He'll try outside zone. Breaks 1 tackle, and that will be all. They'll say 1 yard before Jermaine Pratt gets credit for the tackle. Chubb back into the game. Some Boo Birds here at Huntington Bank Field. Back to pass. Howard, zip it over the middle, dump it to the Chief again. Now it's a 3rd and 1. Big 3rd down coming up here just across the midfield stripe for the Browns. They'll go pistol look here. They've had a lot of pistol this season in the return to the Stefanski offense, away from the Watson offense. Back to pass. They'll throw out of it. Howard, he's got good time. He'll fling it right side. Knocked away, dangerously so, and we're going to go for this one again, except this time we can run it. This time we can run it, and they weren't going to go for it again. Come on, Chubby. Chubb, stiff arm for a first down and more. Give him 4. And that's how the first quarter is going to come to a close here. There you go. Watching a little sim while you're doing some fishing. Good for you, Dwayne. Are you in a catch and release situation, or are you fishing for dinner? All right, 14-0. They'll flip the field here. Browns with a new set of downs. Fresh 13 on the clock. We do play 13-minute quarters because it helps even out the statistics to make them more NFL realistic. Fired over the middle, a dig route, and there's a catch. KJ Hamler signed in free agency after the trade back of Marvin Harrison. And KJ Hamler going to get some playing time today, again with the injury to Jerry Jeudy, out 1 more week. So it's basically Tillman, Evan Stewart, and KJ Hamler now are your top 3 receivers. Okay, good for you, Dwayne. Or maybe you've caught the same one 5 times. Who knows? It's all the same to you, and now an injury for the Bengals on defense, and that is Baron Browning. And Browning's going to go to the locker room. So 2 players now gone for the game for the Bengals. Bad day to be a Brown or a Browning, but not a Cleveland Brown, I hope. Here comes Chubb. He'll try the left and just stuffed right there at the line. Jermaine Pratt again. We're trying to stay intentional with the run, which I do appreciate, but right now with 14-0 deficit, Chubb's having a hard time getting going. Bengals are all over it. Back to pass now, Howard. Will Howard, good protection. Left side throw, just over the diving hands of David Njoku. I'm not sure he was really open. He tried with every fiber of his being to go get that one, and they're just going to settle for Andres Borregales and a 49 to 50-yard field goal here. Borregales' kick is up, and it's good. And Jordan James for 4 to the right side. Back to pass, Burrow. Big time hold on Chase Young. Not called. Oh my. Jordan Hancock says, hello, Jordan. Remember when we beat you in the Rose Bowl? Flung him back and he dropped the football. 3rd and 6 now. Back to pass. Pressure coming. This time Burrow in trouble. He'll be hit as he throws. A wobbler out of bounds, and the Browns get home. Isaiah McGuire, again, playing with the injury to Myles Garrett here today. And 4th and 6 requires a punt, so the Browns with a little bit of a win coming off of that field goal. Now can they string some more points together? Decent punt for Rayco. Here comes Stewart. He'll be up to the 20-yard line, and that's right where he goes down, at the 20. 14-3 here for the Browns now. Nick Chubb. Can he get going? Anything would be good. End zone would be lovely. Out of a pistol once again with a double tight end situation. 12 personnel gives Chubb a nice block up the middle. Big time run for 8, for 9, for 10, and a first down Browns. Kind of fell forward across the line. And today would be a great day for the Browns to re-sign Nick Chubb. That's all I'm going to say in real life. Going to put that out into the atmosphere. Clearly he is not getting the kind of deal that he thought he was going to get on the open market. Come home. Finish your career here the way you should. We want you. We need you, Batman. Dump off short to Njoku, just 2 yards on that play. Level's concept was not blocked particularly well. Now trips to the left side. Again, a trio of very young receivers. Up in the air to Stewart, and he just kind of gets decked in midair. Can't hold on to the football. 3rd and 8. They'll go trips to the left side again. Now Jamari Thrash is checked into the game as well. He's in the slot. Just to the left of the rookie left tackle, Will Campbell. Our second first-round pick up the middle. Oh, nobody picked him up again. And Logan Wilson has been blitzing the A-gap this first half, and the Browns have had no response to it. And that's a brutal sack again, as I believe that's sack number 5 for the Bengals defensive line. And they're playing extremely well here in this one, or the Bengals front 7, I suppose. 2 of them have belonged to the linebacker. Logan Wilson, and Joe Burrow doesn't need much help. You can see he's still in the zone. I believe he has to throw, maybe get sacked to go back out of the zone, which we were close last time. Fired over the middle, wide open. Burton again to the 50-yard line. First down, Bengals. That puts Joe over 100 for the half. Jermaine Burton, second-year wide receiver out of Alabama. They pushed everybody off. Browns' zone was not in the same plane that he was in. 14-3, just on the bad side of midfield. Here comes Jordan James again, the rookie running back, having a very good half in relief of the injured Chase Brown. And he's got a big gainer to the right side, and the Browns look hapless to start this drive. They've been very hot and cold on defense, either getting gashed for touchdowns or 3 and out. Somebody moved early. I think it's going to be Alex Kappa, the right guard. And false start is the call on the Bengals, even though he refuses to point the right way. Actually, they're going to say it's the tight end this time, apparently. That's Eric All, Michigan/Alabama tight end. Pressure coming. Now Burrow going to run. 40, 35. Hit by Delpit and falls to the ground at the 30. They give him a gain of 4. A designed QB run for Joe Burrow does not feel like the play call I would have made. Hey, Earl, welcome in. Go Browns. They need a little spark here, Earl, so maybe he hopped on at the right point. Left side throw. Caught right at the sticks, and then he breaks the tackle. Oh, no. Emerson was right on him, but Chase breaks the tackle on a first down. Inside the 25 now for the Bengals. Burrow remains in the zone. We'll stay that way until we can get some pressure on him. Double teaming on the right side. Up in the air, and this time JOK knocks it out of the hands of the tight end. Prieskorn, the rookie out of Ole Miss. Burrow still in the zone. Incompletions apparently don't matter. Back to pass. Fired over the middle. Caught. First down and more. 10, 5, 3, and Chase is down at the 2. They move him all over the place, and when he shifts into the slot, it is a mismatch for anybody. I mean, it's a mismatch for just about anybody other than Denzel. At that time, MJ Emerson could not stay with him. Shotgun on a 1st and goal. Delayed handoff. Jordan James. He'll run right into Isaiah McGuire. A big-time TFL. Lock him down. Fasten your safety belts, friends. Nice TFL there for McGuire. More, please. At least a sack gets him out of the zone here. Come on. He's going to be back to pass. Browns do blitz. Pressure coming from Diabate. Caught, but then dropped. Levante David punched it away from Prieskorn. 3rd and goal. Nice blitz that time by Diabate. Made Burrow get rid of it early. 5 minutes to go, first half. Pressure, back to pass. Burrow, fling it left side. Late throw, and it's going to be caught for a 0-yard gain. And the Browns, at the very least, will hold them to Evan McPherson. Good stop there for the Browns defense. That's where you're at, Earl. I mean, that's the likeliest outcome at this point. Again, without me being able to be on the real internet, I went on my phone and on Twitter and on our channel and on Discord and on Facebook and basically said, I think at this point for me, if some weird reason the Titans don't take Cam Ward and he slips to 2, you just take him at 2, fine, whatever. But I think I'm in the Cam Ward or bust category, in which case then I trade down and I try to get more assets. There are just too many holes on this team, and you can get bona fide NFL starters in picks 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, something like that. So go down once, go down twice if you can. Get a bunch of assets, as I put down in the Discord channel. And then even in the mock draft that I did, Travis Hunter fell to me at 10, so I still got Travis Hunter at 10, but I also got an additional high 2nd, and then I got lots of other picks in 2026. So I think I'm on Cam Ward or trade down to get as many assets, and then you get Jackson Dart, Tyler Shough, Will Howard, Quinn Ewers. So he's going to be sacked again. That's sack number 5. I think all of those guys have similar NFL potentials. I don't see, and frankly, so does Shooter Sanders. I think I kind of lumped them all into one group, which is Cam Ward at tier 1, and then tier 2 is Shedeur, Quinn Ewers, Howard, Shough, Dart. And I would feel comfortable taking any of those guys on day 2. And then I'm just taking the best football player, probably on offense, but defense if I needed to, in the teens if I trade back, and I get as many assets as I can to move up in later years when there's a, quote, better quarterback draft. And I think that's just where I've ended up. It sounds like the Browns are trending towards Carter at 2, and they're going to just say, hey, if we can have the best pass rush in the league, maybe it doesn't matter that Kenny Pickett is our quarterback. It's hard for me to get excited about that option. And they still could take another quarterback at 33 or trade back into the first round or the second round or something, but you don't acquire extra assets when you do it that way. Oh, I think there is. I think there are teams that would absolutely come up to get Carter or Hunter. Or if a team's really high on Shedeur. All it takes is one. Even if it's like, you know, Jacksonville at 5 or Vegas at 6, and they're like, yeah, we really want to come up, so here, take our second-round pick. And then you've gained another top 35 player. Just go back to 5 and get another talented guy. We just have so many holes. We just need bodies. Another first down for Prescorn here after the Bengals pass rush. So that's where I'm at. Again, you don't have to be there, certainly. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. And obviously, I'm not the one getting paid millions of dollars to make the decision. Oh, it looked like Chase Brown did come back. He's in the game there. But if Phil Nagy was the GM of the Cleveland Browns, I would say Cam Ward at 2 if for some reason he goes. If not, I'm trading back, getting as many extra assets over the next several drafts as I can because I have lots of holes. Burrow left side. He'll slide, but he'll slide short of the first down. Jordan Hancock was there. Hey, Wendell, welcome in. And the Bengals will call timeout. 55 seconds remaining in the game. But I root for the Laundry, and if they take Abdul Carter at number 2, I'll hope that he is a superstar and not Courtney Brown or Gerard Warren. Nice play, and finally they get to him, and the dogs are barking because we finally got a sack. Wendell, it's me, it's Phil. I'm the only one on. You don't recognize my voice? Do I sound super weird? Now they'll spread him out 4 wide, including the Chief. Pressure right up the middle, and there he is again. 3 first-half sacks for Wilson. Ah, brother. They cannot keep Howard off the turf right now. He'll roll right. He'll fling it. Deep shot, right side, into traffic. Caught! What a catch! High point catch by the 5'9" KJ Hamler. And now they got to hurry and get up the field. 3, 2, 1. Snap it with 0 seconds. Howard got to be to the end zone. Right side. Throw over the head of the Chief. Incomplete. Oh, man. That was exciting. But they used their last timeout after that sack. Hamler makes a jumping catch. And the result is 20-3 at the halftime. And the Browns need to find some offense, and they need to find some protection for Will Howard. That's really what it boils down to. Appreciate everybody being on. Phil Nagy. Nagy on Sports is the channel. Thanks to all 1,137 of my subscribers. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, I'd really appreciate that as we continue to grow the channel, grow the brand. I am on spring break this week from my teaching job. I still have my coaching job, but I am on spring break, so we'll do some sims during the days. Try to get a Cavs sim in, maybe our inaugural Guardians sim as well. We'll just have to see what it looks like here. Look at that, 231-98 right now. Browns just very much getting outplayed on the offensive side of the ball. Chubb kind of spinning through a whole bunch of bodies. He's got 10 carries for 22 yards, so that tells you where we're at on the ground. Will Howard has about 75 yards throwing the football. They got to get some consistency on offense here. Back to pass on a 3-step drop. Quick slant over the middle. That one's an easy one. Evan Stewart, the rookie from Oregon, on the other end for a first down. So 2 plays and a first down. We'll take that. Back to pass, Howard. Fling it right side. Will Howard dropped. And then a shot taken. That was Hamler again. Cam Taylor-Britt over there in the vicinity. Left side. Up the middle. Big run now. Chubb for 15. Untouched. His best run of the day. by far. That one was well blocked by the makeshift offensive line with, again, a current injury to Tevin Jenkins. I'm sure Boston's bad-mouthing guy. And they're the champs, man. Until somebody beats them, they're still the champs. And the Cavs have just kind of gotten complacent, lethargic, and like, it was fun to win every game, but now we're going to lose a couple. Literally nothing that matters at this point except being healthy for the playoffs, in my opinion, for the Cavs. 2nd and 11. 3-step drop for Howard. He'll dump an out route. Ooh, got the left hand in there as Pratt. Otherwise, Chiefs got some green grass in front of him. I absolutely think that the Cavs are contenders. The best record in the league they have all year. They've beaten Boston more times than Boston's beaten them. They've beaten OKC, the best team in the West, more times than they've beaten them. I think they split with them. So yeah, they're absolutely contenders. They just gotta stay healthy. No, I think they're just bored of beating everybody right now. We have 60 wins in the regular season. It's like, whatever, just get us to the playoffs. If they stay first seed, then they get home field throughout. Home court throughout. But yeah, I think they're just bored, to be honest with you. The regular season is so long, and they took care of business early. All right, 1st and 10. Burrow back out onto the field. Browns could not sustain anything on their opening drive of the half. But at least Burrow is out of the zone. He'll play action to Jordan James. Now he'll wiggle. Now he'll throw back to the left, a little misdirection, wide open to Jamar Chase, and he's got a first down. Ugh. It was a cool-looking play. Everybody went with the eye candy to the right. Jamar was wide open to the left. First down for the Bengals. Fling it over the middle. Caught again. Jamar Chase. He stiff arms MJ Emerson out of the way, and then Hickman throws him to the ground, but another first down. It's got to be, right? Got to be the best QB wide receiver 1 connection in the NFL. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. I mean, he won the Triple Crown last year, for Pete's sake. Lamar doesn't have one like that. Josh Allen doesn't have one like that. Pat Mahomes doesn't have one like that anymore when Tyreek left. I know he trusts Kelsey, but that's a different situation. Jalen Hurts kind of has 2. He doesn't really have like an alpha dog. Justin Jefferson doesn't have a quarterback nearly as competent as Joe Burrow. Tyreek Hill with Tua. I'm not sure that is in the same conversation either. Here comes Jordan James. Play action. Burrow. Zip it right side. Another first down. Pre-scoring to the 10. And just punishing the Browns defense right now. And just an inability to extend and keep drives moving on offense has been the biggest issue for the Browns today, because now the defense is entering that portion of the match where they are just exhausted and getting beat up. Again, appreciate everybody being on. Phil Nagy on Sports. Do apologize for the absence this weekend. The internet got knocked out at the house. Finally got it back up and running this morning. So we will be doing some sims over the course of the week. So it's already week 11 of our Browns season. Our Browns are 6-3. Bengals also 6-3. Browns in a pretty good spot, playing a rookie quarterback. A lot of rookies. This was the medium amount of roster turnover. Burrow hit as he throws, and it's somehow caught by Burden. Luther Burden, the rookie out of Mizzou, but he'll be stopped short of the line. How did Burrow see him? And they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. Wow. This is kind of like calling game if they score a touchdown here. They're going to give it to Jordan James. To the middle, thrown to the ground by the Browns. Chauncey Golston was the first one there, free agent defensive lineman that we picked up. And now the Browns have a 1st and 99 coming the other way. Wendell, do you have the ability to bring people back from the dead? Or you just mean, should they give somebody Otto Graham's number? Maybe that's what they need, to unretire the number. Howard in trouble. Throw it away, kid! And he does. Sheesh. Tried to fool some people by throwing on a 1st and 99. Boo Bird's coming out. The offense really struggling. Throwing again. Blitz coming. He'll dump it short to the Chief. Breaks one tackle. They'll pick up a few. 3rd and 5 coming up. Geno Stone, the former Raven. Played here last year for the Bengals. 3rd and 5. Gosh, they really need one. Fired over the middle. Caught by Stewart, the rookie, for a first down. A little slant for 9 and a first down, Browns. Clone him. I'm not sure if any of those guys could play in today's NFL. It is a completely different sport than those old-timers played. Not in a bad way or a good way. It's just extremely different. We're talking about dudes with leather helmets. I am not a Milroe guy, Earl. I think he's the most project-y of the second-tier quarterbacks. Like, he would be a multiple-year project. Obviously, his athleticism is incredible, but he's the worst accuracy passer of the group. I also think maybe like when the Ravens took Lamar Jackson, that you would have to kind of be willing to completely revamp your franchise for that kind of quarterback, the way that the Ravens did for Lamar, until he developed into an effective passer. And Lamar was a way better passer at Louisville than Milroe was at Alabama. So I am personally out on him. I have not included him in that specifically. You have not heard me say his name when I talk about I'm okay with Dart or Howard or Shuck or Ewers or Shooter Sanders, like any of those guys in the non-Cam Ward tier, I'm okay with taking on day 2, whether that's second round or third round. But Milroe I do not have in that category. I might even be okay with like a Kyle McCord or Dylan Gabriel, which is kind of the beginning of that third tier of quarterbacks. I would probably even think that I'm okay with one of those guys over Milroe. Not that he's not an incredible talent. I just think he's a huge project at quarterback, and we cannot really afford to take a couple of years to see if we've got a guy. Like, we need to know quickly if the kid can play, and I don't think there's any way to know quickly if he's going to play because he's a multiple-year project. Well, I mean, he's the quarterback. He's the only quarterback on the roster who is not currently injured. Burrow, fling it left side, deep shot, went up and got it. No, knocked away. Denzel dislodging the football from Burden. Burden wants PI. That is not PI. That was just Denzel Ward doing Denzel Ward things. We're 2:28, third quarter. Browns need something, a spark, a sack, a fumble, pick 6, a nice TFL there from Mike Hall Jr. That's a good start. Otherwise, coming out of the bye, Browns look a little bit lethargic. 20-3. And again, it's been primarily on the offensive side of the football. Back to pass now. Browns just rushing 4 as they want to do. Hit as he throws and incomplete. Isaiah McGuire getting some pressure. He's played pretty well. That's going to force a punt here on a 4th and 14. I would say the one caveat, Earl, to the entire Jalen Milroe thing is that our offensive coordinator was his offensive coordinator 2 years ago. And so you're going to know about everything there is to know about him, what his abilities are, what he's really like, what kind of a player he is, what kind of a practicer he is, how well he's coachable, those kinds of things, because Tommy Rees was that for him 2 years ago. So, hey, Mitchell, welcome in. Go Browns. Howard now. Browns really need some points, not more sacks, but their offensive line is on the struggle bus today. Sam Hubbard, not retired in our sim, in for a sack. Not in Cleveland, no. I don't believe that you will. I think his best case scenario is the third string emergency backup quarterback, which means there could be 2 injuries that occur in a game and he comes in. Chubb with a big run to the left side. He holds the football over the line. He gets 22 and a first down. Nope, I believe the Watson era is over. Chubb again to the 40, spinning out of it. Give him 6. That's going to be how the third quarter comes to a close here in Cleveland. Browns really struggling 20-3. They have not been able to keep Will Howard upright in this game and thus have been able to not sustain drives and clearly not put anything into the end zone. 20-3. Defense has been as good as I think it can be. Credit the Bengal pass rush, and they have blitzed Logan Wilson a lot. He's got 3 sacks on his own. But there's technically still time if the Browns can turn it around and get something into the end zone. Over the middle, caught by Stewart right at the line. First down, Browns. So for me, I think the arrows, I don't think you can realistically ever put him back in a game. you got to figure out whatever ways you can do to keep him away from the field, pay him to stay home like they did in Houston, emergency backup third quarterback him, where he's still technically dressing and getting his game checks. I'm not sure if you can keep a guy on the practice squad with a salary like they have with him. Maybe you can just keep him as your practice squad quarterback. But no, I don't think you can let him near the room. I don't think you can realistically count on him to do anything else ever again except go away quietly in 2 years. A very, very rich man. All right, churning some short first down drives together, some possessions together here, but eventually you're going to have to get into the end zone down 17. That is 3 scores. So one here would be very nice. Trips to the left side for Howard. Takes the snap from Whippler, gives it to Chubb. Chubb first down and more to the 20, to the 15. Chubby time, down to the 12. And he has come to life here in the last half of the third quarter. In the beginning of the fourth quarter, it just took him a long time to do so. For the longest time, he was about 10 carries for 12 yards. 3-step drop. Howard, zip it short to. Nice block by Warren. Allowed Chief to get a few more yards. 10th catch for the Chief, so clearly Will Howard very comfortable with the dump off to his tight end. Now out of a pistol, here's a 2nd and 3. Chubb, right side to the corner, first down. Oh, sit down! Broken tackle, end zone! What a run! Nick Chubb, vintage Nick Chubb. Watch this play. He shoulder shoved 2 guys down, breaks a tackle, hops over another guy. Oh, man, Chubb. What a run. Oh, timestamp that one, everybody, on the video, and watch that one a couple of times. We might have to earmark that for the old highlight channel. What a run from Nick Chubb, and the Browns have a chance. 10 plays, 75 yards, and what do you know? 24 was involved in a big way. That was a sweet run. All right, defense, your turn now. Let's get them off the field quickly, or better yet, a little pick six action, scoop and score. Something to make Burrow unsettled. He has not been particularly unsettled here in this performance so far. But he is still in the zone. They're going to go 5 wide. Browns have their patented 4 defensive linemen there, and Isaiah McGuire in instead of Nick Chubb, instead of Myles Garrett. That time, somebody took a big shot from Denzel. I thought maybe the pick was coming on that very first play. A little misdirection that did not work. Yep, Wendell calling for it again. Pick 6, please. I am as well. Pressure coming. Mason Graham got him down. First sack. Second sack, I guess, technically of the day. And Mason Graham gets home. Our first round pick. Another example of me trading down to get a better player later, and settling for Mason Graham at number 5 or 6, wherever we traded down to. And Graham gets home and takes Burrow to the turf. 3rd and 21. Burrow, calm and collected in the shotgun. Browns rushing 4. He's got a good pocket. Fires over the middle. Diving play by Jordan Hancock. Ball won't get to the receiver. Hancock in the dime. Diving and throwing his body in front of it. Browns will go 3 and out here, and they're going to get the football back. Hey, David, did we just rough the punter? I looked away to look at his comment. Did we just rough the punter on 4th and 21? Oh, my gosh. Classic Browns. Diabate roughs the punter, and on a 4th and 21... they're going to get a free first down. Unbelievable. The only reason it's not believable is because it's Cleveland Browns, and that kind of crap happens to us all the time. Unbelievable. Play action from Burrow. Now he'll fling it way back to the right side, dangerously so, and caught. But short of the line to gain. Can the defense stand up one more time? Or will they be deflated by Diabate's special teams gaffe? Pressure coming. Burrow fling it over the middle. Knocked away again. Emerson. MJ was right there with Chase that time. He says, no, I got you that time. Big 3rd and 10 coming here. Browns climbing up to the line of scrimmage. Double A gap look for David and JOK. And both of them will back out of it. They're going to fake the handoff. Fire right side. Caught. Chase. First down. He beat Denzel. Hickman then. And Delpit make the tackle, but a big-time play to your big-time playmaker. And Jamar Chase goes for 30 down to the 37-yard line. That was a dagger right there. That one's on Diabate's fault once again. If they score any points here, this is Diabate's fault. Up in the air, Denzel hits him hard. 2nd and 6. Now, under 7 to go. That's the other issue, is that this clock now becomes a major factor with you still trailing by 10. Jordan James up the middle. Block, maybe a hold, not called. JOK hits him to the ground, but the first down is achieved for the rookie running back out of Oregon. He's played pretty well after the early injury to Chase Brown for the Bengals. They're in field goal range now, so a turnover is a must, although I guess there's not a huge difference between a 10-point deficit and a 13-point deficit. Still got to get 2 scores. Play action pass now. Burrow fling it over the middle. Caught! First down, Chase. He beat Emerson again to the 9-yard line. Jamar Chase is having a monster game, as he is wont to do. Burrow in the shotgun. Motion coming. Browns change a little bit to adjust, to give him something new to think about. Left side throw. He'll dump it off short to pre-score, and David's right there with him and escorts him to the ground. But at this point, the time keeps getting run off the clock. Trips to the right side for Burrow. Now back to pass. Again, Browns rushing forward. Pressure in his face now. He'll take off 10 to the 5. Burrow, and he'll slide down before Hickman D-heads him. B-heads him, I guess. B-heading? A D-heading? I don't think D-heading is a thing. Anyway, he slid down. 3rd and goal from the 4. Browns rush forward. Over the middle. Caught! No, he won't! JOK knocks it out of Jamar Chase's hands. Helmet to ball. Incomplete pass. And they're going to settle for 3. So Diabate blows the 3 and out. They drive right down the field, but then the Browns stand up, and it's still a 2-score game with 4:10. Problem is they lost an additional 4 minutes of the scoring drive. So now they have to score. And they have to score quickly. That's funny, David. Andrew WK playing in the background. That was like vintage Madden 12 or something like that. It's time to party hard. Chubb, play action, back to pass. Howard, good protection. Good protection. He'll fling it late in the general direction of 2 different receivers, Tyler Warren and Evan Stewart, 2 rookies the Browns took this year on offense to try to clean up the worst offense in the NFL. Historically bad offense last year, which is why Abdul Carter at 2 does not make sense to me, but I am not Andrew Berry. Back to pass now. Howard. Fling it over the middle. Caught by Chief. Short gain. He'll be knocked to the ground. Logan Wilson's had a monster game. 3rd and 3. Clearly 4-down territory, but they could get it now. Howard, dump it. Chief, first down 40 to the 45, and they got to go. Can we get some no huddle going here, please? They do get no huddle. Thank you. Trips to the left side. Howard calling out signals. Back to pass. Fakes the handoff. Fling it right side, and it's picked off. Trying to go for Hamler, and the rookie makes a mistake, and Jordan Battle picks it off, and that's going to be game blouses. The Bengals will hold on. They will go 2-0 against the Browns this season. First turnover of the game, and it is a critical one, pending a mistake by Joe Burrow here. This game is over. Here comes James up the middle. Jordan James bouncing off, and then JOK takes him down. The 31-yard line. But the clock now is the killer. All right, David, take care, man. Have a good one. Good to check in with you. Hope you're okay and doing well. James to the right side, the weak side, and Diabate and David are there. 3rd and 6. We'll see it on the other side of the 2-minute warning. Third and 6. They are in field goal range. Out of a shotgun here. They will throw for odd reasons, because they're going to throw a strike and a first down, and that's the ball game. Luther Burden, first-round pick for them. GG's indeed. Earl, appreciate you being on. Take care of yourself. We will get some quick stats at the end of the game and see who the Browns play in week number 12. They will fall to 6-4. The Bengals will rise to 7-3. And another touchdown just for funsies to Jamar Chase. He has had an incredible game, and he's going to hit the gritty, and hey, why not? Go for 2 here. Sure. And a quick slant, and it's caught. First down. And it's achieved. That's Jordan James. He has a touchdown, now a 2-point conversion. He's played very well, the rookie out of Oregon. A little scat back. Some swagger from Joey B as he'll come into Cleveland and whoop up on the Browns, which is not something he did a lot early in his career. Browns have certainly had his number for a long time. Stewart with a good return to the 40. But it's going to be too little and too late, whatever the Browns can muster. And again, you just have to wonder what would have happened if Mahmoud Diabate did not rough the punter, or if the ref did not call him on a lame roughing the punter call. Completely stuck a broom pole into the bike spokes of the Browns' comeback attempt. If you're of a certain age, you know exactly what that looks like. Not sure why we're calling our timeouts either. A touchdown here doesn't do a lot for you, but whatever. 1:22 on the clock. Howard with 5 wide. Again, some key injuries today. Really reared their heads. Hey, what a throw. Touchdown, Evan Stewart. Way too little and way too late. That was a beautiful throw, and there's your rookie, Evan Stewart, who got past Dax Hill. Just a go route down the left side, and Howard with a beautiful read. Safety was nowhere to help. And a really nice catch by Stewart, so maybe a little bit of momentum to build on into the future for Will Howard and Evan Stewart there. But they'll get Jerry Jeudy back next week. Tevin Jenkins still out. Myles Garrett still out. And it showed on this one. We're going to get an onside kick. Why not? Picked up and returned, which also never happens. 31-17 is going to be your final here today. Browns just too little, too late, and again, a critical error from Mahmoud Diabate. Just cannot have it, and it was had. But yeah, tough spot there for sure for Diabate, and he's going to want that one back, especially when we get to the film room. They got to snap it one more time, which they will do so here. And that is going to be ball game. Browns will fall to 6-4. Bengals will improve to 7-3. Now a season sweep of the Browns here for the Cincinnati Bengals. After once upon a time when the Browns seemed to have the Bengals number. Again, this one was credit the Bengals defense for just putting the locks down on the Browns offense until the very end of the game. They were swarming of Will Howard in this one, as you will see here in the stats in a moment. Burrow was in the zone for a good majority of the game. He was 28 of 41 for 327, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. The rookie Jordan James, 15 for 63. Burrow had 6 carries for 18 yards. Jamar Chase today, 9 for 165 and a touchdown, averaging 8.3 a pop. That was ridiculous. Pre-scoring was 7. 7 for Luther Burden, so both rookies there. Jermaine Burton, 3 for 16, a touchdown. Jordan James, 2 catches. One of them was for a touchdown as well. 19 tackles today for Wilson, including 4 TFLs and 3 sacks. He was pretty ridiculous. 10 for Pratt, 7 for Jordan Battle. 2 sacks for Hendrickson, 1 for Dax Hill. Hubbard and Jenkins shared 1, and then again Jordan Battle had the interception late when the Browns were trying to usher their comeback. Howard today, 25 of 37, 269, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Chubb, 17 for 87, but the last 50-ish yards came on his last 7 carries. He started very slowly in this game. Chief was the check down du jour today, 12 catches for 94 yards. Evan Stewart, 6 for 78, including the 41-yarder late, 3 for Tillman, 2 for Hamler, 1 for Tyler Warren, 1 for Nick Chubb. They are not using Tyler Warren to the best of their abilities, in my opinion. 13 for JOK, 12 for Ronnie Hickman in this one. They were only able to get 2 sacks, Mason Graham and Chauncey Golston, and again, not able to turn them over has been a theme of this Browns sim team. All right, guys, this one was a lot of fun. Do appreciate you joining me. I once again apologize for the simless weekend, as the internet at my home was literally out the whole weekend, which is no fun. We have the Miami Dolphins coming up next week, so that should be a fun one. I'll do that one later this week for you. But again, do appreciate everybody being on. Thanks so much to all of my subscribers. You guys are the best. And we'll see you for some more Nagy on Sports sim action later this week. Guys, take care of yourselves. For Phil here in Central Ohio, we are Nagy on Sports. Hope you have a super great rest of your day. And yeah, today we'll say go Bengals. And as always, go Browns.